Bruh.
Welcome. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hi there, Burn. Oh, it's so freaking hot. Oh, I hate this. I think we got like 2 more days after today of it getting this hot, of it being this hot before it breaks. It's, according to the weather app, it is 93 degrees Fahrenheit in my town, and that is not factoring in the humidity. I think my mom said that the heat index is around 100. So yeah. Hi there, Scissors. How you doing? Is the music loud enough? Oh, this song's quiet. Yeah, the music's loud enough. Actually, I might end up using the boombox in game instead. It's gonna be like Final Fantasy VIII music, or I could try one of the other tapes, but yeah. Volume leveling. Okay, that seems normal. Alright, so last time we ended with putting together this train of 2 sets. Yeah, there's a set of 4 and a set of 3 scrap metal loads, gondolas. And to finish it off, a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 flatbeds with tractors on them going to harbor. So we're gonna stop in Steel Mill, drop off the gondolas, fill up the steam engine with water, turn it around too, and then go to harbor. Maybe even pick up a string of rails to go to harbor too. Couldn't find it. I'm trying to remember what song. I think I thought it was from Unimeko, but I could have been wrong. Something Lambda gave me. Alright. So we're all ready to go. I guess it's okay that we're leaving from this track because I'm not going to change it. Oh yeah, this is what track are we on? This passenger train track? Yeah, that's actually, yeah. That's a good place to leave from. Oh no, it's not. We're leaving from... Oh, the loading track on C. That's fine too. Alright, that's always open. So, almost forgot to start the freaking jobs. But I don't know why I was making a point to wait to start them, because there's no way I'm getting any time bonus. There's just no way. A6. Oh, of course, this one's going to A6I. Definitely not going to get the time bonus, because that's a pain in the ass. It should have all been B3I, but no. The first set of 4 cars is going to A... And, of course, Machine Factory... E8. That's easy. Alright. Okay. We have heat. Still wants more coal. That's all you're gonna get. Alright, let's get going. I didn't have any I did not check handbrakes. I'm pretty sure I didn't have any set. I'm gonna hold down shift and do the release handbrake button, so that's the whole train worth. Like if I left it on the caboose or something. I forgot. Okay. I forgot to check. I think anytime you log into the game, any handbrakes that were on would go off anyway, but just to be sure. I didn't check the tonnage, but I don't think it's all that much. I mean, these 7 loaded scrap metal cars are a lot, but the tractors are pretty lightweight, if I remember correctly. Purple. Actually, Lambda sent me a bunch more music to add into the playlist, and I haven't gotten around to sorting it out and adding it into the list yet. I've just been too busy lately. But nice chunk of music from this game called Brigador, I think it's called. It's a pretty neat looking game, isometric view, kind of a mech game. It's kind of hard to explain more than that, but it looks pretty nice. But it's got really good like 80s synthy type music. And also she sent me a bunch of what's the game called? I can't think of it right now. But she sent me a bunch of other music. Oh, okay, yeah. Anytime you want. Anything that's not copyright music, I wouldn't mind adding to the list and just have one big giant list. Now we're taking off. Also, it's downhill here too. Oh, 6. Yeah. I've learned to shy away from just about anything with lyrics in it nowadays, which is a damn shame. Because I'm sure there's some stuff with lyrics that's okay, but that's really... The lyrics are really what the copyright bots really dive into. As soon as they see lyrics, they're like, oh, somebody's got to own that. Which, of course, isn't always the case. I would think like something like Sonic R music, for example, I would think that would be okay. Oh, that's good. Kind of coasting downhill now, so even though the firebox is getting a little cool, I think I'm gonna let it for a little while. It's pretty much downhill right to City Southwest. It's 70, that's pretty good. So draft on, right? Yeah, I've done that before to see if something has a claim. Yeah, there are a bunch of bogus claims too. That's true. Still 10. I know this hill is going to end with a 3, so I gotta keep track of it. Latin companies, yeah, there's a lot of that false claim stuff, and YouTube doesn't care enough to check it out. They'll just let them claim it. It's so annoying. Yeah. But I guess it's like scam artists. If they can get away with 10% of what they're trying, it's a win. Yeah, definitely. And also, the other thing is with the copyright stuff, I don't care if it's something that pops up on YouTube saying you don't have to take any action, but you can't monetize this video. Fine, I'm never going to be able to monetize anyway. What do I get, like 5 views per video? That's just really just an archive anyway. But when the video gets muted or blocked, that's what I don't want. I'll never forget, and this was years ago now, but Squirrel, big name streamer, used to do trucking every weekend. Now he sometimes does trucking, but he does a lot of like he's been into iRacing lately a lot, and he's been broadening his horizons a bit. But anyway, he got claimed. It was a big hoopla with Flight Simulator, not the newest Flight Simulator. It was a few years ago, but it was just white noise in the background of flying the plane at 30,000 feet or whatever, like cloud noise or something, and that was copyright claimed. And it wasn't even just a thing where it said, oh, you can't monetize this video. It was a straight up copyright claim, like a strike, I think, the bad one. And he had to appeal it and everything, and oh my god, it was so ridiculous. It's like, it's white noise. It's literally just... How do you copyright claim that? But it was bogus, but he had to go through all sorts of steps to get it fixed. Because YouTube puts all of the responsibility for that on the content creator. YouTube doesn't go and look at who's claiming it and say, hey, you're bogus. YouTube doesn't care that much. It's up to you to fight it, which is just ridiculous, really. This is the bad turn, right? That's why I didn't bother going faster than 30, because we've got a bad turn coming up. Yeah, crickets, yep. It's like, come on. We get around this turn, I am opening this thing up to make up some time. Although, like I said, I know I'm not getting any speedy bonus on this run, but it's okay. At this point, you're not really trying to get much of speedy bonuses. I always kind of try, but yeah, it's kind of pointless. Okay, stop. Now this is where the caboose comes in handy. Let's see when the end is around the bend. It's not yet. Those lyrics, but I know it's okay. It's Final Fantasy VIII. Well, it's gonna get a little claim on YouTube saying that I can't monetize it, but it's not gonna mute it or block it, so I don't care. Okay, now we're safe. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is it might be safe on Twitch, but YouTube, open her up. Speed limit's at least 60 now, right? Maybe only 50 though. I've kind of missed it. I know once we get to Oil Well Central, it'll be 60. Well, I think it's 50, but the track is just dead straight going through the yard. Yeah, it's technically 50, but you can go faster than that. I've done it many times because it's just dead straight through the yard. Of course, if you were bad and left one of these switches turned, then you're going to run into one of those sets of oil tankers and explode. But usually I'm very good with setting the switches. The wrestling songs that I have. Yeah, they seem okay. Some people hate this song. I don't really get it. This is farm. Once again, it's pretty straight through here, so you don't have to worry too much about slowing down. Which thrown the right way. Go. Now this. What the hell now? this hill isn't too bad. I was pondering it for a little bit, but I actually ordered that circuit board like maybe an hour before I started streaming. Yeah, that's right. I was going to talk about that. Thanks for reminding me. Yep, I got it. I'm going to be really mad if I get that new circuit board in and the damn thing still doesn't work, but I feel like that's got to be the problem. Unless those capacitors can smell like burning even when they're okay. I don't know. But I think it's right. From everything I've read, those circuit boards go out a lot. Especially the capacitors fry. I don't think I hit the brakes that hard, but whatever. Are we clear on the other end? That's what's important. Yes, okay. This music. I usually don't let the ending theme play, and this time I did. And, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 9, 6, 4. It's one end. Yes. I played Final Fantasy so, like, myself, I think I've played through it all 2, maybe 3 times, and then I kind of helped my sister get through it, and my friend Bobby. But I don't know if I've ever really seen the complete ending, maybe with either my sister or Bobby. But I would always get to disc 4, and I was like, the game's over, and I just kind of gave up on it. Disc 3 is where it's at. That's where you have freedom to go anywhere. Okay, A6. For only 4 cars, this is quite the drag here. I know they're heavy, it's the scrap metal, but still. I am very interested to see if that circuit board will actually fix that TV. That's why I went with it. The curiosity cost me 20, I think. The cost of the board plus the shipping was like $25 or so. $25 for curiosity, basically. Okay, I'll fix the brakes from outside the engine if that's what you want me to do, game. Going to tracks A6, so that's the one. That's not the loading track. That's this one. This one. Guess we'll put the light in the back. Maybe I'll stream it when I put the board in. I mean, I'll do something else after because that won't take long, but I'll show you. I'll set up the camera with the tripod and see, I'll take apart the back of the TV again because I put it back together just so I could put it away for now. Boy, this is heavy. I know it's the scrap metal, but still. And it's uphill. This switch is on a hump here. There we go. Now we're over the hump. Well, that's right, I have this. Doesn't work too good. The toggle. Yeah, it doesn't work. The toggle for leaning so that you don't have to hold the button, but I'm not getting it to work. There's a setting you can play with that mod that toggles the lean button. I haven't played with it. Perfect. Well, not quite perfect, but good enough. Especially since I'm just leaving here anyway. Let's see if we can get the speedy bonus on the first load at least. Bonus time 25, and it took us 26. 1 minute away. Oh, sad days. 1 minute. Now we gotta get the other 3 cars onto the B3i. Oh no. I teleported inside of the engine. I hate it when this happens because you're kind of like stuck in the middle of the engine and you can't teleport anywhere because it's just an X. I've done this a couple of times there. Now, I think, since I'm already in the yard tracks over here, I think I'm going to back up to the maintenance shed and fill up the tender and spin the engine around now. I got to do it one way or the other anyway, so I might as well do it now. Yell at me if you want me to skip this song, it gets repetitive. I think I'll probably skip it myself, to be honest. The other switches are good, right? Better check. Pretty sure everything's set. Did I goof? No, we're good. I haven't done this in a little while, you see. Yes. It's better when you're actually playing the game and fighting a boss. That's good. That good. Cold water? No. Gotta back up just a little bit more. That's a game I gotta play one day. It's the second Hard Truck Apocalypse game, Rise of Clans. That's what this song is from, I'm pretty sure. But I'm just kind of scared to try to start that because of the first game, how it ended up kept crashing right at the end. I don't want the same thing to happen with the second game. You know, invest a bunch of time and streams in it, and then eventually the game just decides it's not gonna work anymore. Oh, we were almost out of water. Yeah, I figured. I think the last time we got water, wherever we came from to go to Machine Factory, was it Harbor? Did we make it from Harbor to Machine Factory and back here? I think we did. That's pretty good. 17,000. Okay. Actually, we'll leave the light backwards because we're about to turn around. Guess that doesn't work anymore. The toggling. 10. Lean toggle. Tap threshold 100. Should I raise that? 300? Enable logging. I don't need logging. There we go. Okay, that's what I had to do. Thought I was at the end. Go back just a smidgen more. I think it's safe now, but just a smidgen more. Round we go. Locked. So yeah, I got the circuit board for the TV. I'm hoping that's the problem. What else? I haven't done anything with the new washer yet. Ordering that. I think that's going to be maybe next week or so. Was researching some brands a bit. My neighbor always gets the Consumer Reports magazines, and he treats that like a Bible, basically. I think it's pretty good. But anyway, I had a choice of the machines from Lowe's being either Samsung or LG. And overall, LG is better. So I think they were about the same price anyway, so I'm going to get LG. It's trying to talk me into checking Michael's appliances and checking out on Speed Queen, because Speed Queen's supposed to be the best of the best, and I believe it. But I think instead of $750 to $800 range for the washing machine, I think Speed Queen is going to be probably over $1,000 easily. And she doesn't need a Cadillac, basically. LGs are still really good, I think. Nope, I'm still leaning. I gotta get used to that now. Up. Please. I gave up on the time limits long ago anyway, so... on Steam. Pretty sure this song is safe. I'm gonna let it play. Sometimes I skip it, getting worried about like lyrics and stuff, but it's fine. Killer 7, I think. It says Killer 1. I think it's... I don't know. God, it's so hot today. Oh, man. No handbrake was set anyway, but I was being cautious. Okay, this goes to 3i. Hold on a minute. Now we have a conundrum here. If this is getting parked over on this 543, Oh, C3 was empty. That's where I should have came in. Anyway, if I park this on 3, I need a track. All the other tracks have stuff on it, right? Yeah, we don't have any other open tracks. So, I think I'm gonna put the whole thing on 3, not just... Yeah. So this is reconnected. Yeah. I'm gonna put the whole thing on 3. In fact, I can just back up and pull straight into 3. That'd be a little bit easier. I guess that's what I should have started with. Yes. And then I'll check and see if there's anything going to harbor. There's always something going to harbor, but it has to be something that I can handle too. It can't be 1,000 tons. It'll be too much because it's a big hill getting out of here. Come on. Why are we not moving? No? Is there a handbrake on still? Did I not... That's connected. That's connected. How'd that get closed? I should have closed this end, huh? Oh, I never opened it up. Derp. That's why we couldn't move. No air. Like, why aren't we moving? The webcam is still angled too high. There, that's a little better. Not that it really matters, but you know, whatever. Got it, might as well use it. Hi there, Sturgy. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Oh, that sounds interesting. I gotta figure out how to do Prime Gaming. I still haven't... That's like an app or something? Like, do you just download the game through the browser, or do you have to install some other loader, like Steam or GOG Galaxy or something like that? Yeah, Amazon Gaming thing. Yeah, I gotta figure out how that... I'm always getting notifications for stuff, but it's almost always, you know, like extra outfits in Fortnite or some stupid crap like that, extra coins in some other game that I don't play. But if that's just a straight up free game, I really do have to figure that out. And that kind of thing, when it's actually a game that they're giving away, that doesn't really show up in the notifications. All you get is the other crap that I don't want anything to do with. So, thank you for that, Sturgy. Oh, I should have thrown that switch. This would have been easier than hauling it up this hill. Oh well. It's not that heavy. Oh wait, that was good. Three. I think he's around. Sometimes he's AFK though. Ember thing. Is that Amazon? Maybe after the stream I'll finally check that out. I've always seen like little notifications for it on Twitch, but I never bothered to check it out. Yep, I do. That's why I get the notifications for it. Cool. I think I told you I have Fallout 1 because they were giving it away on Steam years ago. Never actually played it though. This right up to this end. Which is going to be nowhere near on time because of all that switching around we just had to do. Yeah. I was only a minute late for the first couple of cars, though. We almost made it. Oh, I was still leaning. Whoops. Okay, so now we're going to see what there is going to harbor. Oh, a bunch of flat cars. That's different. Just boring, but different. Guess I could take that string of flat cars. What is this? That's probably what we're gonna take. 627 tons of steel plus whatever this was. That's gonna make us 6, 7, 27 plus another. That's gonna be over 800 tons. Yep, that's gonna be like 800 tons. A little bit over 800 tons. That's gonna be pushing it, but I think we can do it. Put it on the head end. 8,600. That's 11,000. Okay. Alright, this is gonna be pushing it, but we're gonna do it. It is. Yep. It might be the second game, though. Rise of Clans. Oh, hey, my bot is actually kind of working in the chat today, finally. Okay, so now what we have to do, first off, let's separate these. Oh, what am I doing? Oh. I'll close this back up. It's still closed. close this just in case. And set a handbrake. Set a handbrake on these cars on the ends. Yeah. Okay, just need one handbrake. It's only 3 cars. So now I'm gonna have to do some switching in the dark with the steam engine. Now we gotta find our set of rails. It's one of these two. 69. Nice. This one. Gonna grab this. I think what I'm gonna do is grab these rails. I'm trying to think of what the best course of action is. I know it doesn't matter, but I want to stick the caboose on the end. And I want to leave, well, what does matter is I want to leave from the center track from 5 so that the switches are correct. So I can just run the engine around to the other end, grab just the caboose, park it all the way up here on 5, and then grab these cars and stick them up against the caboose and then get those. The heavier cars are going to be in the back, but it really doesn't matter in this game. String lining is just not a thing yet. I have a feeling eventually they will add string lining as a problem, and then you have to make sure that the heavy stuff is in the front and the light stuff is in the back. But right now, it doesn't matter. Actually, they're all considered loads anyway, so even if they did add string lining, I think it would be okay. There's our truck too. That's the switch. I gotta go back just a tiny bit more. So no, I do not squeeze before these. I was wondering if I would fit. Am I stuck in a lean? Hey, sun's gonna be coming up soon. soon as this current heat streak breaks, which I think hopefully is going to be 2 more days from now at best. Might as well throw the switch. But once that breaks, then I have to run an Ethernet wire for my mom's boyfriend. Because he's trying to set up a kind of like a recording studio / maybe some kind of internet radio thing, which means he's gonna be streaming constantly. I hear you, Bern. I'm melting too. Upstairs really sucks. I've got a 6,000 BTU air conditioner right in front of me, and it's still like 79 degrees in here, and it's running full bore. It's just the heat load is insane. But I've got to run a Ethernet wire from the modem, well, the router on this side, which is downstairs next to my mom's computer, through the cellar, well, just kind of around the cellar from one set of cellar steps to the other, and then up the main stairs up into his bedroom. Got a 100-foot Ethernet wire. Probably could have gotten away with, I don't know if I could have gotten away with a 50-foot, because once the line gets into his room, then the line has to go through his room to the other end too, so I think it probably still would have been okay with a 50-foot, but I said screw it, I don't want to take any chances, I'll get a 100-foot. So I did. It's gonna be just a big wad of slack somewhere. I'll leave a lot of slack down in the basement too, so that just in case for some reason if the router ends up moving somewhere else, I'll have the slack and won't have to rerun it. But it is too hot to do that right now, that's for sure. I've got him set up with Wi-Fi for now. He's gonna be like streaming radio stuff. He can't do that with Wi-Fi. But he can browse through all his songs on Spotify. He's got to figure out Spotify, and I think he pays like $10 a month, I think, for that. It can be free, but I think since he's going to be getting a lot of music and downloading a lot of stuff, then he should be paying something. And he's got to build a song library, basically. And that he can do with the Wi-Fi. It'll be a little bit slower than the Ethernet, but not too bad. It's just you can't stream with Wi-Fi. Although, saying that, I streamed with Wi-Fi for a while. Because for some reason, I think I ended up realizing that it was just the Ethernet port on the back of my computer was just kind of wonky. Like, if the plug wasn't in just right, it wouldn't connect. That was another motherboard, though. But anyway, so for a while, for like a year or two up here in my room, I was running Wi-Fi. So I couldn't get the Ethernet wire to work. I thought the wire was bad, and then I got a different wire. And I found out that there wasn't anything wrong with the wire, which is usually the case with Ethernet wires. They usually don't go bad. But that was an old wire anyway. But yeah, I did stream with the Wi-Fi for a while, but not as high quality as this. That was the old computer build and stuff. I probably only streamed at like 450 bit rate or something instead of 720. Okay. Just move the caboose right now because I'm a stickler for details. I want the caboose on the end. Yeah, I'm looking at the remote control for my air conditioner, and it's showing the temperature right now, and yeah, it's 79. That is bad. But overall, I will say, I knock on wood, summer's not over yet. Obviously, it's only August. Dog days of August. But overall, this summer has been better than the past few summers. Past few summers, it was really, really bad. Especially last year, it was really insane with the heat. This summer, we've had a few really bad heat streaks, but in between, it got cool. It was like down in the 70s sometimes, which in the summer is pretty good. But right now, it's god awful. I have a feeling we're gonna have this heat streak, and then we'll have like maybe a week of a break, and then we'll have probably one more heat streak bad. And then hopefully maybe it'll get in the 80s sometimes, but we won't do this, 95 degrees, 100% humidity, not 100%, but pretty close. We won't be doing that nonsense anymore, hopefully. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab, you know what, not really on any time limit right now anyway. So I'm gonna grab those tractors and put those on the end first. Just so that I can have the heaviest stuff on the front, even though it doesn't matter. Getting low on steam. Let's put 2 streaks on. So I've only got, how much money do I have? I have 438,000 right now, and we're looking to make maybe about, what, 10,000 after maintenance fees and everything else when we get to harbor. The only licenses we have left to buy are the military 3. I have hazmat 3, military 3, and I think that's like probably 400,000. That's the biggest one. And then after we get military 3, just for the hell of it, because it's the only thing left, for 200,000 we get the DE6, the big diesel. Am I going? Oh, this way. Because I still haven't bought the... Most people will get that probably as soon as they can, maybe even skip Steam. Because Steam can be annoying, but I like the challenge of the Steam engine. That does not need to be. It is daytime now. 8:45 in the morning, technically. My fingers were not on the right buttons. I was freaking out just slightly. I'm going to actually be right back for a moment. It's so freaking hot.
Flow's looking real good, motherfucker. Real good.
Rawr. Okay, I've made the executive decision to turn off the lights and the webcam because it's just too damn hot. I mean, I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but it'll make me feel like it makes any difference anyway. Because when I went to the bathroom and then came back, boy, I could definitely tell the air conditioner's working because, man, that bathroom is probably like close to 100 degrees. Oh my god, it's so hot. But anyway, it did feel hotter when I was sitting right here than in the rest of the room, so I think maybe part of the problem is the lights. Also, the computer's probably pumping out a ton of heat. This game might not have been the best choice because it's, the better the graphics, the more it makes the computer work, and my CPU and my GPU are both around 50 degrees Celsius, which is hot, but okay. I don't like to see it go much more than 50, but 50 is still okay. But it's probably pumping out a ton of heat. So yeah. Anywho, let's get back to work. Listen, I'm using my, that's my VTuber avatar. I'm using that instead. Just imagine that it's talking. I guess you missed it. It's too hot. I have to turn off the lights. It's just too hot in here. And you can't see me without the lights. So I don't know if it's really going to make a difference. I think it's more mental than anything else with the lights, but whatever. So I got the one light right over my head, and then I got the other little lamp onto the side, too. Oh no. Oh no, the power going out in this weather is deadly. That's bad. So you went to a friend's house? Okay. Well, yesterday we had some storms. It was crazy. All around us, like just north of us, they had some really bad storms. But here we got really bad thunder and one bad lightning strike, but no rain. Not one drop of rain. It just missed us to the north. But that one bad lightning strike, and I saw it because I was outside putting air in John's tires. That one lightning strike hit a telephone pole on Lake Avenue about maybe about a mile away from here, and actually knocked out the power in that area for like 4 or 5 hours. It must have. I think it hit a transformer or something, and that really sucks. We were really lucky that our power didn't go out because it wasn't that far away. Knock on wood, we have been pretty good with power. Our power almost never goes out, and when it does, it usually doesn't last. The outage doesn't last too long. The only time it's really gone out for more than like a couple of minutes in the past few years at least is when some car hit a telephone pole out on County Route 78. But still, I think it was only out for like maybe an hour at most. Since 4 a.m. all day? Jesus, that's horrible. That might just be from overusage. Maybe a transformer blew up or something because everybody's got their air conditioning on. Oh, that's horrible. Storming? Oh, yeah, it could have been a storm headed one way or the other. I'm betting a transformer got kapoofed. Because if a big transformer goes out, then you're gonna be screwed for a long time. That's the last time our power was out for like hours, like probably 4 or 5 hours. Was a transformer at a substation just pretty much exploded. Nobody got hurt or anything, but yeah, it was bad. And those giant transformers, it's not like they just have them laying around. They gotta find one, too. Oh, no sleep. Oh, that sucks. At least you got the friend's house to go to, though. You got somewhere for shelter. Yeah, and power, yep. I'm guessing wherever you are, it's pretty hot, too. As hot as where I am. It's gotta have air conditioning in this weather. Just... people die when they don't have air conditioning in this weather. Especially elderly, because they don't feel the heat as much. They don't notice how hot it is. And then all of a sudden they can't breathe. Got up at 4 a.m. wondering why you were sweating and it was all black. Oh, that's god awful. It's happened. It's happened to us a couple of times, but not too often. But yeah, that really sucks. Just Burns message. Oh, there's a company driving around there. We saw this power line. Oh wow, yeah, that happens. Yeah, and then a lot of people will just not report the power line and like drive over it. It's like, you know how many volts that is? It's just dancing around on the ground there, and you're just gonna drive over it with your metal car. I know you got rubber tires, but if both wires hit the metal part of your car, the rubber tires aren't gonna save you. How are my cats? Cats are doing okay. We don't have a whole lot left. What is it? It's Hazel, Scully, Bella, and Cass. We're down to 4 cats. Well, we have been for a little while. And Kaz is almost always next door. He's barely our cat anymore. He's more the neighbors see him much more than we ever do. But they're okay. Yes, one of the cats is very old. Hazel, just last month, Mom had a little birthday party for the cat and everything. Put a little birthday hat on her and stuff, just for a picture on Facebook. But yes, Hazel is 25 years old and still doing all right. She's crazy. Yeah, it's a crazy cat, and cats really don't mind the heat much. And in fact, she likes the heat so much that she will be up in my mom's bedroom, up on the bed sometimes. And she doesn't have the air conditioning in her bedroom during the day because she's not there. And we have to try to save a little bit of money. And Hazel will stay up on that bed. She's downstairs now, but sometimes she'll stay up there even though it's like probably 90 in that room. I guess you just call it domestic short hair. She's gray. She's mostly gray with some white. She doesn't have any tabby stripes, like even on her tail, so no tabby. Gray and white short hair. But nice. Yeah, tabby cats. Yep. Kaz is mostly like a darker gray, almost black and white. But his tail, just his tail has the tabby stripes. So he's just part tabby, I guess. And then Hazel is she's a, whatchamacallit? Not calico, the other one. The only female cats can be. Tortoiseshell. Yep. Scully is an orange fluffy cat, very long hair, and actually her problem is she's got a lot of big mats in her fur. It's Hazel, Scully, Cass, yeah. Bella. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, cats are great to have. Oh yeah, it can be. Yep. None of the cats we have left really go in my room too often anymore. The cats that used to hang out in my room, they're the ones that died. Yeah, there was Charlie, who was my grandmother's cat, and I used to be over there taking care of Grandma a lot and stuff, so Charlie really attached to me a lot. So he used to always be over here. That's just how it goes. And we don't have a dog anymore. And we don't really have the money or the space for a dog. Like, the dog that we had that died, last year now, Geisha. She worked out. She was a decent sized dog. She was like, how many was she? Not 80 pounds. 70? Maybe about 70 pounds or so. Not quite large breed, but if she was a male Akitas get really, really big. But she was a female Akita, and I think she might have been a bit of a runt of the litter. Because she wasn't as big as Akitas usually get. But, the only reason why she really worked out in this house is because when we moved here, she was already starting to get a bit old and slowing down. So she didn't need as much space, really. You know, we took her out the backyard, and she had like a, I don't know, 60-foot long runner cable line to run around in the backyard with. It wasn't as good as if we had the money, we could have fenced in the yard. That would have been a lot better, but you know, that cost money. So probably would have been like $1,000, so that never happened. But she was already kind of slowing down, so she didn't do a whole lot inside the house anyway. So she fit in this house okay, but this house, the rooms are really small and the halls are pretty narrow and stuff. So if we had her here as a puppy, that would have been that would have been trouble. That would have been a lot of trouble. So now we don't have a dog, and we're kind of like, between affording the dog and because dogs cost money, mostly the vet. The vet is what costs the most money, and then there's food too. But usually food's not that expensive. But bringing the dog to a vet, especially a puppy, when you're getting all the different shots and stuff, that's very costly in the beginning. And there's not really... It would have to be if we got a dog again, it would have to be a relatively small dog. I don't know, Steam. I don't have to go too much further, though. Oh, we're almost there, Okay. So it'd have to be kind of a small dog. Anyway, and we still don't have a fenced-in yard either, so... I kind of don't like the idea of having a dog if you don't have a fenced-in yard, because... The way it was with Geisha, it was okay, but, you know, she would run around with that long runner, and then she'd get it caught in something. There wasn't many obstacles, but there was a set of bushes alongside the house, and she would always try to wedge herself between the bushes and the house. There was like not even a foot of space, but she would always try to wedge herself in there, and then the line would get caught in the roots, and then she'd be stuck, you know? So that kind of thing was no good. As much as we kind of want a dog, we know we can't really have one. I did throw the switch back there. almost out of steam. I let the boiler get way too cool. Trying to conserve a bit of fuel, but yeah. I just got a couple up. Actually, I probably backed the whole thing down further so I can get a little bit of a better run at this hill. So why did I challenge myself with the heavier string of rail? I don't know. A little bit more money. I can't see, but we're not going that fast, so. I think we're there. Hopefully. Or the brakes just kicked in. We are. Yay. That wasn't too bad. Let me just make sure that I didn't set it. I'm pretty sure I didn't set any brakes, but when I'm putzing around doing other things and yakking and stuff, sometimes I don't pay attention, but... Okay, so let's just back her up. Some more. Good steam engine. I want to back up enough to get a good running start, but at the same time I don't want the rear end of the train to go over that hump too far, because then it's going to be hanging downhill. If that makes any sense. So, I think when the caboose gets around the crossing, it's not going to pull the cord. I think that's probably good. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I want to dip the back end much further. Well, I'll go back maybe 5 cars. It's like 3 cars in there. Because the tractors back there aren't as heavy as the steel rails too, so I can get away with dipping down over the hill a bit. Yeah, that's the switch. I think that's good. Okay, let's get this thing heated up more. Oh, okay. I'll look at it later. Good. Get some more stuff happening in the Discord server. I think it was already full, but whatever. I'm really trying to get her heated up now. Oh yeah, we need a lot more heat. Not in real life, in the in the firebox. Please, not in real life. Okay, so 69, baby. Steel rails. I'm not even gonna try to count the cars because I think there's more cars than what fits on the sheet anyway. As long as the first and last car are both 69, then the game already put them there for me. Set there. The only other thing is the string of tractors, which I know is all ready to go. Page 19. So these go to E8I. These are probably going to go to a different E, I would think. Let's start it up. Oh, D4I. Oh, that's completely different. Okay. How much time? Just for the hell of it. 24 minutes. Okay. Let's get a move on. Let's make sure we're at full steam. And the tricky part with this, leaving the steel mill with a heavy load, is you're starting right off the bat going uphill, going up a pretty steep hill. So you really got to get this heat up. I'm tempted to even put the blower on a little bit. I'm gonna manually do that because I don't even know what the button is for the blower. I don't use it usually. There's the blower. Blower burns through a ton of coal, but it really heats up the firebox good. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, I'm gonna need another scoop of coal. Probably 2 scoops of coal. Yep. I think I just burned through 2 scoops of coal doing that. But now I got more temperature to work with. Off we go. See if we can make it up the hill. I don't know why I gave myself such a challenge here, but I did. I think we're over 800 tons, so this is going to be pretty tricky. And it's not as bad as the hill out of, say, the coal mine. That's probably the worst hill in the game. It's because it's so steep and it's both very steep and very long. This hill probably isn't quite as steep, but it is long. So yeah, that's when you run out of steam. When you open up the draft, I need full heat. I want that needle as high in the red as I can get it. Speed! Cats are awesome. Closest we have is Cass, and he's like just part tabby, like just in his tail is tabby. We haven't had a full tabby in a while. We used to. Well, growing up, we used to have like 6 cats at a time, so yeah. That was the house. We're not in that house anymore. Got the draft open, so I really got to keep shoveling coal, huh? almost 40. More speed, more power, more heat. This is good. It's a good start to the hill, but we haven't hit the bad part yet. A little bit of red up there. I don't remember seeing that before. Good, we're over 50. This curve is probably 60. 70 actually, technically, but whatever. The hill is not over yet. It still goes until the next switch. I can lay off the throttle a bit, let the steam come back. Yeah. Couldn't lay off the throttle long. How much coal we're going through though, because I got the draft wide open. It's the only way you're gonna make it up this hill though. There's the next switch. Boy, if you can get this thing really burning hot though, you can do some amazing stuff with it. Nice, nice, nice. We're doing 60. Now, just a little bit after this curve is where it really levels out. So pretty soon I can kill the draft. I think I can kill the draft now, actually. Nice. I think that was over 800 tons. I have made it up there with like 1,000 tons. Really, really tricky, but you can do it. Now I think I'm safe to say we made it up the hill. Yay. That's a joke. It's just 12 for like 100 feet and then it goes right back to 10, but that's okay. We're doing well. We're doing between 70 and 80 now. Doing like 72. That's pretty damn good with 800 tons. Because now it's going to switch to downhill not too long after now. 8. Okay. Kill the throttle. But a tiny bit of brake, actually. I didn't have to do that. Oops. A little overcautious sometimes. Yeah, now we're back down to 70. Oh well. Well, it's 7 now anyway. That worked out. just felt a tiny bit too fast there, so I just put a very tiny brake application. Now, of course, I'm going to fight against it, but that's how once we made it up the hill, I didn't have to put any more coal in. Making up for how crazy that climb was. Now, after this tunnel, it's all downhill, actually. Pretty soon it's just going to be all braking. Right now I'm going to touch him a little bit. Up 4. 4, 4, 4. Don't start lagging out on the game. Seven, but that's just silly. It's pretty much all 4s right down to the harbor. Just get 1 scoop of coal. That's all you need. D4I for the steel, right? Trying to remember off the top of my head where D4 is. The loading track is D6. And the one next to that would be D5. So, no. The loading track is D7 and then D6 is right next to it. So D4 is straight in on the left side. I should be able to run around with the steam engine. I should be able to pull straight in and run around, alright? Yeah. I'll leave the tractors out on the main line. Okay. I'm just formulating my plan ahead of time. Just in case we manage to make it there in time. We still got 11 minutes. But you're pretty much limited to 40 miles an hour all the way down this hill. But technically this section is 8, but I guess I can speed up a little bit. Of course I can't until the end of the train gets past that 8-minute sign. We've still got a little ways to go. By the time we get to there, it's going to be time for the curve with the tunnel anyway, so It's kind of silly to think about speeding up. It's useless. Yeah, I'm not going to speed up because here's the big curve. Okay, we are under 40 for this, because this curve sucks. That's the noob trap. Anybody that first plays this game, the first run you're probably going to do is from Steel Mill to Harbor, and you've got that 8 speed limit back there going downhill, and then bam, 40 with that tunnel.
Okay, I can actually speed up a bit.
Not much, but just a little bit. There's the harbor down there. Song's too quiet. Still got full steam, but not really using it right now. I think I'll give myself a scoop of coal because it's getting pretty low. And I'm using a little bit of steam right now. Oh, no. That's it. Wackiness with the switches, okay. What a steam engine. Two other steam engines in the shops. Wait, was there a switcher in there? I don't think I saw a switcher. Fine. And I hope I can pull straight into 4. I should be able to. That's a long string we're parking there, so there shouldn't be anything else in the way. If there is, I'll just freaking shove it out of the way, I think. Yeah, there's only one switcher. It means we'd be switching with steam if we have to do a lot of switching here. I think. wanted to make sure I wouldn't throw the wrong switch and derail the train. That's why I just hopped out. This is weird pulling straight into D. Usually you always back into this yard, but I know that I can run around at the end, so as long as there's nothing else parked on D4I, which there really shouldn't be because it's an input yard anyway, so there's not going to be like one or two empties just sitting there to troll you. Now, if we were hauling in empties and it wanted to go to a storage track, then that's probably what the problem would be. You'd have to back in because there'd be another car sitting in the way. 7, 6, yeah. 4 is dead center. That's what I thought. Wow, there's no cars in this yard? Is it not loaded in yet? Usually there's a lot of stuff in this yard. Oh. Nothing. That's crazy. I've never seen D yard empty. Okay, I'll take it. Must be a lot of switching jobs where you end up parking stuff here. We are at the other end. I was pretty much as far forward as I could see. Oh wow, it doesn't really fit on this track. I thought this was a pretty long track for D4. I was right. Pretty long train. I mean, I can pull forward like the tender length. That's probably what I gotta do. Okay, that should be perfect. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. I think we're here on time. I didn't hear the bell ring anyway. 1 minute to spare. Nice. So we got 11,220 plus in it. So instead of 11,000, we made 16,000. Nice, nice, nice. I know. The time limit for the second set of cars, the tractors, that expired probably 20 minutes ago, but you know. So that's funny. What time is it now? 6 o'clock p.m., which means it's about to get dark. No, I'm not going to sing the words to this song. I am not Mike Demonic. I can't believe there's no other cars in this yard. This outer track that's over here is designed to always be empty so you can run around. So right now all of the tracks are empty, but whatever. Starting to turn, okay. It's like, I know I threw the switch. Doo-doo-doo. I'd be careful if we're going over 30. You know? My brain kind of died there for a second. I couldn't realize what I had to do. All I have to do is that turn on the air there, you see? Okay, what track are we going into? E8. I believe that's going to be on the right. Seven, 8. Is it open? Yes, we can pull straight in. Okay, good. I guess it's time to turn the headlight on. Getting dark. sun glare. Never timed the handbrakes on those rail cars. No qualms about time limits on this one, so. Try to turn it off. Yeah, 48 minutes and it took us 118. But hey, even without the bonus, it's worth 13,000. Oh, that's something. That's the fuel bill. Uh-oh. What are all those other little fees? Emissions? $32. I can't zoom in because it's right click, which just goes back, but that's interesting. Steam engine and tender is going to be this. So that's not too bad. $32. This must be emissions that I never paid off. That's the engine and tender. Okay. Oh boy. Now we have to do the sorting. So we've got an express train. President Express to Food Factory Town. That's commuters to steel mill. More commuters to steel mill. Okay. Those could go together. And steel mill's on the way to food factory. So technically you could round all those up. 4 plus 3 plus another 3. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cars. That's gonna be a nice long train, considering that they're passenger cars. Not super heavy, but long. 108. Actually, 108 tons. That's 216 tons. 400. About 400 tons. That's not too bad. Switching. Unload. 2,000. That's garbage. Time for paperwork. Unload alcohol. 9,000. That's worth it. 420 tons. That would be 2 switchers. I think there's only 1 switch engine in the yard today, so I think I have to do that with the steam engine. This one I could do with the switcher. 6,000. It's not much, but it kind of adds up. Put it over here. Unload. Unload. Load and prepare train sodium hydroxide. Not worth much, but if you're trying to get together a train to goods factory, I guess it would make sense to do that. Load nitrogen food factory. I like this mod that organizes, doesn't really organize them, but at least puts all the job sheets in a grid to start with. That's nice. Just a nice little quality of life thing. Unload the steel rails that we just brought in. Yes, that is going to be something that we're going to be taking. And unload the tractors that we just brought in, yep. Okay, so I guess that's the first wave. I'm not going to be looking at all these other ones until I decide what kind of switching jobs I think we're going to do. I don't think we'll do these ones. At least not the one to goods factory, because we're not going to be going to goods factory, I don't think. That's farm. The goods factory is always just a lot of little stuff. Okay. Steel mill, steel mill. I said I wasn't going to be sorting this out. Now I'm sorting it out. A 13.9 to goods factory. That's not too bad. That's only 2,000 though. More steel mill. Actually, these goods factories, the ones that are starting to add up. Sawmill. One random set to sawmill. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do that. Machine factory. I think that's the only thing going to machine factory besides that. Oh, no. There's a couple others to machine factory. So a bunch of small stuff. I think I want to take all these passengers when we leave. I haven't done passengers in a little while. So that should be fun. So switching, we're doing this, we're doing this. Unload for 6,000. I'll pay off the fuel bill, probably. Hooked up to the tractors right now. Okay. I screw up my thing. That I'm not gonna do. That is worth it though. Even though I'm not going to Food Factory Town. 11,000 just for putting this train together. Yes. Okay. Now let me make sure there's no switcher. Can't switch over to using diesels because that's so much easier for switching. But I think I didn't see one over here. Oh no, there is one. Okay, we got one here and we got one over there. Okay, we're gonna switch over to diesel. For all the switching jobs. It's just a real big pain in the ass to do it with the steam engine. You can do it, but it's kind of a pain. I'm lost. Oh. E. Okay. I wasn't that lost. Wait, this is E yard? Yeah. Okay, there's my caboose. I see where I am now. Set handbrakes on this? I did. I didn't set handbrakes on the steel rails. It's really not that important. Still got a fire in here at all? A little bit. I can put 2 scoops in and let it get rolled. What I'm going to do with the steam engine here is I'm going to run around, grab the caboose, and go over to the maintenance shed and top off the tender and sand and everything else. Then shut her down. Spin it around. So we'll be leaving back out the other way. Although I didn't check military. Should do that before I can commit to taking the passengers out, but we can do that later. I know I'm going to do these switching jobs that I grabbed. Oh, you see, man, when you make one mistake, you just get flustered and hit a bunch of other buttons. I didn't throw the reverser back. And then I started hitting the teleport button for some reason. That was weird. Brain sometimes. Also, what I still have to do, as far as projects around the house, I still have to try to take take a bunch of pictures and label the wires and then take off that capacitor on the dryer. And hopefully find a new capacitor to make that work. And that's just, it's too hot. Even down in the basement where it's cooler, it's these couple of days here, it's too hot. So that's gonna wait. Hoping that Michael's appliance, I can just bring in the capacitor and look at it, look at the numbers on it, and say this is what you need. I'll get the model number of the dryer too. But hopefully they'll just. I'm just hoping we don't go there and they say, "Oh, we don't do parts." Because that's what a lot of places do now. They just say, "Oh, we don't go do parts. Just find it online." And I'm like, "Well, I went here so that I wouldn't have to find it online." Because when I look up capacitor, I get the phone book. And I'm also worried that they don't sell the capacitor on its own. It's going to be like, oh, that's built into the motor. You got to buy a new motor with the capacitor on it. Like, oh, come on. There's 2 screws holding the thing to the motor. It's got to be it's a separate part, surely. But then I'm probably going to have to spend the like 45 or 50 bucks to buy the motor with the capacitor on it. And then I'm going to take those 2 screws out and move the new capacitor from the new motor and put it on the old motor, because there's nothing wrong with the old motor. It works. It's just the capacitor is bad. After 40 years, it's entitled to go bad. I mean, I could, I guess, if I get the new motor, I already paid for a new motor, so put in the new motor. But the problem with that is then I have to deal with the frickin' belt, which I don't think will be too big of a deal, because I see the way the belt goes, and it's already around the drum. The belt didn't break, so it's not like I have to try to put a new belt around the drum. But you just have to, run it through the pulleys. But I'd rather not have to do that. I would really rather not have to do that. Up. Thank you. Wrong button. I swear I'm hitting the lean right button. Oh, that's straight, and I was already leaning right. I see. Once again, my brain is failing me. That's a 6:30. Well, switching the yard is probably kind of boring anyway, so maybe I'll just service the steam engine. Oh, I didn't grab the caboose. I'll have to grab it with the diesels. But I'll probably just service the engine and maybe end the stream here. Well, time to do that. I don't like that I end up just doing short streams lately. It's only going to be like 2 hours again. I didn't start as early as I wanted to, which is always the case. Today's Thursday. Actually service the locomotive. Usually we just do the tender, because I never really have to use the sand on this thing. Very, very rarely. So it's really Pretty simple. Okay, yeah. Alright. Well, wheels. Just gotta service the wheels. That's probably it. How much? 247 bucks. Not bad. Considering I haven't done it in a while. Sure, there's no body damage. You know. It's not such thing as engine. Yeah, and sand is full. Okay. But that little bit, that 247 would be double if I did it from the machine, so. Still worth it to do that. Okay, good. The firebox is getting cold because I'm about to shut her down. Fire out. Turn it off. Yep. Okay. All done. That. Yeah, the tender never needs wheels. Body. Let's just call it water. How much did we use this time? Not bad. Well, we were coming downhill from the steel mill, yeah. But still, it was like 800 tons. So, pretty good. Well, it wasn't all downhill, though. It was uphill and then downhill. Let's go pay off the emission bill. And then I think, before I stop streaming, I will buy the Military 3 license. Without even looking at the military yard and seeing if there's anything worthy to haul. Doesn't matter, I want the license. I got the money for it, so I'm gonna get the license. Because we pay off the rest of the fees first. That's the emissions. $2,700 in emissions. Yep. There. I guess after you pay $2,700, you didn't harm the environment anymore. That emissions fee really doesn't make any sense. I just cleaned the air. Oh, look, there's a propane bottle, there's a hot plate. Okay. There is a mod, I think, to make like the interiors of places like this, the stations and whatnot, brighter at nighttime. Because it is weird that the lights are on, but it's dark. But I think there were other complications with that mod, so I didn't get it. Okay, so fees are all done. Yes. Okay, licenses. Look at everything we own. No DE6, 200,000. Nope. No big diesel for us. Military 1, 2, yep, military 3, 400 grand. Well, I could run over to the military yard and see if there's any military 3 jobs. And if there isn't, then maybe get the DE6 first. I mean, I don't know. I kind of thought it was kind of a funny thing to not do the DE6 until the very end, but it is something that I never showed off on stream, the DE6. I've never driven it. Well, I've driven it on my own plenty of times, but I've never driven it on stream. Let's check the military yard, I guess. If there's, like, nothing there. Maybe there'll be a lot there, because there wasn't anything in D yard, pretty much. Which is really weird. Let's see, survey says... I can't really see. Let's just look at the jobs. My gerbs. There's a switching job. Unload. just unload those cars for 8,000. That's pretty good. And that is military 2, so I can do that already. Military 1. Hazmat 3, but military 2. Hazmat 3, military 2. Hazmat 3, military 2. And military 1. Okay, so I do not need military 3 yet. Still, though, you might just, you know, I have $400,000. I have $458,000 to be exact. I could still buy it just to have it, and then save the DE6 for last. Or we can get the DE6 now. Is there a DE6 in the roundhouse now? Oh, there was a bunch of steamers. Yeah, there's one. Let's see. Alright, last thing before I call it a stream, I think. There's no point in doing a whole lot more. 6:30 already. Or I could just do a little bit of switching, I guess. I don't know. These are pretty big switching jobs, so it's gonna get too involved. Alright. Military 3 or DE6. One or the other before I stop the stream. Give you guys a minute to say something. If anybody's there, I kind of assume people are here sometimes. And that's a bold assumption. Give it a minute. Everybody's busy. Well, I think I'm going to get to the military 3, even though there's no military 3 jobs here right now. Just to have it, and then all I have to do after that is make 200 grand for the DE6, and then we'll have every license in the game. And I think that works out pretty well, because pretty soon, I think a couple more weeks or so, there's going to be a small update for Derail Valley. The big one isn't until, like, winter, I think. There's going to be a small update coming up soon. I don't even know what it's going to do. I don't think it's going to be the new Steam engine or anything like that. It's smaller stuff. But if it changes anything with the beginning of the game, maybe not too long from now, since we'll have all the licenses anyway, we'll do, I don't know, maybe start over from the scratch again. I kind of like to do that with this game. I play it so much and I make a bunch of money, and then it's either once you have all the licenses, just keep going around making more money. And I mean, there is the choice of doing all of the like logging and sawmill jobs that you usually never do because the payout is crap. But once you have all the licenses and you got a lot of money, who cares if the payout's crap? Do it anyway. Might do that, yeah. Probably won't start over from scratch until the big update. Because the big update's going to have the new switcher steam engine. The S100, I think it is. It's a 060 tank. That's going to be fun to play with. I would think once they come out with that engine, they're going to have to have steam service for coal and water at all the different towns at the very least, because they're switcher engines. They're not really designed to be taken from one place to the next too often, so you got to be able to service them. All the shunters, a lot of people use those all over the place too, but I don't know, we'll see. Anywho, let me just, before we stop, I am gonna get Military 3. $400,000. Most expensive license in the game. And it is got. We can haul nuclear flasks and crap like that now. Freedom and Weep. Military 3. Progress. This license grants you access to most valuable top secret military jobs. And that just raised our copay by another $300,000, but it was already insane anyway. And the time bonus deadline 5%. Yep. Which means you pretty much forget about trying to get the time bonuses now. Pretty much impossible most of the time. Depends, of course, but I guess maybe the switching bonuses you can still get, but the longer haul bonuses, forget about it. I think we're just gonna put this away in the caboose over here. Okay, military 3. Not that drawer. Hazmat. Where's the military? Should be pretty high. No? I don't remember where I organized all this stuff. It shouldn't be in the bottom drawer. Gotta be here. Yep. Military 3. Take your rightful place. Alright. One thing we got left is the E6, which would go... Oh, this drawer is empty. The E6 would probably go here with the other. Anywho, I think that's it for this stream. I think it's probably a couple minutes past 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 hours. Would have been longer if I started earlier, but I've been kind of busy lately. A little bit. Not as busy as a lot of other people, but still. Anywho, let me just check and see if there's anybody to raid. No, not really. There's a couple people streaming, but nobody that I really know at all. Alright, I'm not gonna raid anybody then. Alright. Well, I will see you guys around later. Have fun. Bye.